Who left the fridge open? Looks like the Corvette market's starting to cool down. What's up, guys? I want to do a quick little market update on the Corvette. It looks like it's finally changing a little bit. Before I go any further, Coke Zero has a new flavor out, and it's amazing. I don't know how they do it, but it tastes like real Coke. I'm not sponsored by Coke in any way, but I thought I'd share that with you. Last time I did a report on the market of the Corvette, it was way up about 6 months ago. Like, it was stupid up. Looking at my analytics tools here, I check the prices on Corvettes quite often, at least once a week, to see where they're at. I think it's kind of fun, kind of strange like that, but it looks like I'll have graphics here as I do this to kind of aid what I'm talking about. Over the last 90 days, it's starting to flatten, if not go down. And the last 30 days, it's starting to dive quite a bit. This is mostly in the C8 realm, but also in the C7 as well. The later model C6s are still holding pretty strong. The earlier C6s and the C5s in the last 30 days have tumbled quite a bit. Over the last 90 days, the 98 to 04 C5s are still up about 4% on average. Let's see here. From 1 year ago till today, the 2020 C8 Corvette is down exactly 4.1%. This is the price what it's going for in an analytics tool on Car Gurus. Every time you sell a car on here, it gathers data and it spits it out, and you can look at it. It's really neat. It's a really cool tool. If you want to use it, just Google Car Gurus trends and it'll come right up. You just put in certain parameters and it spits out numbers. It's pretty damn neat with graphs. I love graphs. From 2021 till now, I'm not sure if there's any date exactly 1 year ago, but it looks like it's at 0%. No change there. So this is the first time in the last 8 months where there's been a slight decay in sales. Value, that is, Corvettes being sold, which is pretty interesting. I feel like we're hitting the apex of this crazy Corvette trend. Not only Corvettes, but cars in general. I do wonder if there wasn't such crazy inflation right now, what it would be. You do have to factor in inflation as well. A lot of this does have to do with that. This isn't about politics or anything, just a fact there is a slight inflation. And COVID has driven prices up as well. There's not a lot of new inventory out there, but they're slowly starting to chug on a little bit and get more cars out. A lot of computer chip shortages stuff is starting to get rectified. What else did I want to look at here? A couple more things I wanted to touch on real quick. I do notice between Auto Trader and Car Gurus the last month, there are a lot of reduced prices, meaning cars are sitting longer on the sites, and they are, unlike 6 months ago, you put a price out, it would sell for that. Looks like half of these cars, about 40%, do have a slightly reduced price of about 2 to 5%, which is interesting. The inventory on C8s is way up. 6 months ago in Auto Trader or Car Gurus, on any given time, you could find about 700. Right now, there's almost 1,400 available, and they're pumping them out every day at a rate of about 180 units. It could be a few reasons why there's more C8s out there. It's simply getting saturated. It's kind of losing its appeal. You know, that I need it right now appeal, because it's been out almost 2 years. All the early adopters and must-havers pretty much have had it, and they're kind of like, okay, I can still try to make a profit on this now. The 1LTs, I know for a fact, you can find, if you're lucky right now, in the high 80s at some dealers, not just the ones that are there just to hold the spot, but actually going for high 80s, which is pretty freaking cool. I will be ordering a C8 probably exactly a week from right now. I have 3 dealers I'm talking to. All of them are offering MSRP. Looks like the wait right now, it'll be a very end 2022 or a very early 2023, which I'm okay with. I'm still on the fence between a convertible 1LT or a Target Top 2LT, because they're both owned at the same price. But that's for another video, I'll go into that. Another tool I like to use, that people hate that I use this, but I like to use it as a good barometer, and it's CarMax. CarMax, what was it, in February? Total Corvettes for sale. They normally have about 10 years worth from like 2011 until now. I think at one time it was down to like 8 Corvettes across the country. everyone was holding on to the damn things like they're gonna be the retirement. As of a few minutes ago, there was 230 Corvettes, 19 of those being C8. So yeah, there's a lot of C8s on CarMax right now. The lowest one they have is 92. It's not a perfect science, but typically CarMax will sell a car between 7 and 9% more than what they bought it for. So if CarMax has those for sale, just under 6 figures or right above, people are dumping them at CarMax at about $85,000 to $92,000. So, and CarMax is an easy way just to jettison a car. You know, they do most of the stuff for you, so it's an easy way out. You're not really trying to deal with anyone, trying to haggle you, you get what you get. And it's pretty quick and dirty. I have sold a few cars to CarMax. Anything else interesting on this? But yeah, Corvettes as a whole, the last 90 days, for the first time this year, have not gone up. And the last 30 days, they've actually dropped. As a whole, a few percent. Surprisingly, the C3s, 72 to 76, actually have gone up a little bit, but those don't have a lot of inventory, a lot of data points. Early C4s are staying strong, but they're, the last 90 days, flat. The C5 is kind of flat, a little up on the 90 day, but 30 day they're down. It looks like almost everything for the 30 days is down for the first time this year. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I thought I'd share it with you. We're kind of reaching the apex. You know, what goes up must come down. You know, it's just it's how it is. They couldn't go forever, you know what I mean? I do predict within a year, you probably can find a C8 at MSRP at a dealer without ordering it. If I had to guess, maybe 14 months. I would say by the beginning of next year, you could probably scoop up a 1LT for high 70s. That's not a guarantee, that's just what I'm looking at. But I'm guessing, assuming the economy goes the way it's going to. One last thing I did want to point out though, there is one car that's way up, and that is the 2019 ZR1. These things are selling for a crazy price. They're way up. They're asking almost 200K for these things. I see only a couple with a couple price drops, but being that this is a 1-year car, they only made about 3,500 of these, give or take. These will be a collector, and they're just gorgeous cars. God, they're so pretty. Yeah, I don't think these are gonna go down anytime soon. I think they'll reach an apex soon of about 180 if I had to guess, and stay there for quite some time. People that bought these at 125 was pretty smart, in my opinion. Gorgeous cars. But yeah, I just want to make a quick fun little video on the Corvette market. It looks like we're reaching the tipping point of these things starting to come back down. And with all the inventory out there now, everyone saw that, oh my God, these are going for so much. People are trying to jettison them as fast as they can. Now the market's saturated and they're everywhere. And the C8s, again, GM's finally making enough per day. They're not quite meeting demand yet, but they're getting closer. So getting a C8, if you're trying to pay MSRP, will be easier without a wait, of course. So interesting stuff. I like these kind of numbers and figures. I love this tool on Car Gurus. It's pretty freaking neato. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for today. And I'll have a proper Corvette news, actually more Corvette stuff, probably Monday or Tuesday. So look out for that. All right, I'll catch you guys next time. Mark out.